Tomorrow, SEC Media Days begin. By Tuesday, everyone will be debating quarterbacks, preseason rankings, and who will win the SEC. I'll be watching something completely different. Here are the three business stories that I'll be watching closely. SEC Media Days isn't just about football anymore. It's one of the biggest business events in college athletics, and the biggest stories may not come from the headlines. They may come from what those headlines reveal. Number one, Greg Sankey. The most important person at SEC Media Days isn't a coach. It's Commissioner Greg Sankey. Every answer he gives us about college football playoff expansion, the House settlement, revenue sharing, NCAA governance, and the future of college athletics will provide clues about where the SEC is trying to lead the sport. But this year, there's something else I'll be listening for. Congress continues to work on legislation that could reshape college athletics. But with that process moving slowly, reports suggest the SEC is also discussing what some are calling Plan B, greater self-governance if Washington can't deliver. I'm not expecting Greg Sankey to announce anything, but I'll be listening for clues because what he says or doesn't say may tell us just as much about where the SEC is headed as any headline coming out of Media Days. Number two, who gives us a glimpse behind the curtain? Most coaches come to Media Days trying not to make news, but every year someone answers a routine question and unintentionally tells us something important. Maybe it's about NIL. Maybe it's about revenue sharing. Maybe it's about roster budgets. Maybe it's about tampering. Maybe it's about the role of the general manager, or maybe it's about how decisions are really made inside the building. Those are the moments I'll be listening for, because sometimes the most revealing comments aren't the ones that make the headlines. They're the ones that give us a glimpse behind the curtain at how college football really works. Number three, is the SEC still united? One of the biggest stories from the SEC spring meetings in Destin didn't get nearly enough attention. The SEC wasn't speaking with one voice. Schools like Alabama, Georgia, and Texas favor a 12-team college football playoff. Meanwhile, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Missouri prefer a larger 24-team field that will give more teams a path into the postseason. Historically, one of the SEC's greatest strengths has been its ability to stay aligned on the issues that matter the most. But if the conference isn't aligned on the playoff, what does that mean for even bigger questions? Governance, the future structure of college athletics, and how much authority the SEC should exercise on its own. That's why I'll be paying close attention, not just to what Greg Sankey says, but how coaches and administrators talk about the future of the conference itself. So while everyone else is breaking down depth charts and predicting win totals, I'll be listening for the conversations that tell us where college football is headed. Because once the microphones are turned off, those business decisions are the ones that will shape the future of the sport. If you enjoy looking at the business side of college football, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mike Chaudron. See you next time.